Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Upper Tier Podcast. It's Thursday. It's Thursday Tier Talk. If you could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button and drop a like on the video. We would really, really appreciate it. Darren's joining me. He's back from his hollybops. Had a great time, all refreshed. How was Dubai, my friend?
Fab, darling.
Good. You sure your headphones on your mic are coming through there? It seems a little bit delayed. Are you sure you're switched on there and it's on the mic and the headset? Sounds a bit echoey, which normally means it's coming through the tablet or something, I think. There you go.
Any better?
Much better. Now I can hear you, baby.
Good. I'm glad. I just played with the L connections a little bit there.
No problem.
Your uncle, you know.
There we go. In the chat, Breezy Ice is in the chat, aka the Roll Me, aka the Randy
Breezy Ice.
Breezy Ice, yeah, Breezy Ice. There.
Breezy Ice. I love this guy.
A man of many gimmicks. Don't forget, folks, there will be a preview going up in the morning for the Aston Villa game. I am in mourning here. It is tough at the moment being a Liverpool fan, I have to say. But I thought we'd kick off the show because there is good news. My team, Shamrock Rovers, are champions, and my other team, my local team as well.
Are you sure? Is that where you pinned your master? Or was that just because they won something? You were like,
no. I followed Rovers since back in the 80s when I lived in Goatstown. I was like 10 minutes from the ground in Milltown. There you go.
Right, okay.
Rovers was the team. Don't worry about that.
Rovers,
till
I die up, you know, like.
Yeah, kind of. But now Bray is my local team, so I have to give them support as well. So I could be torn next season because Bray are looking not too bad in terms of the promotion playoffs and stuff. Keith is in as well. Hot topic, but I never thought Gary Neville was a world-class right back.
Do you know what, Keith? I think those things that you don't know what you have until it's gone. And I think it was very easy to lob an awful lot of easy Gary when he played and stuff like that. But when you look back at him, he was top drawer, really, really was. You know, you don't, for England, you don't get that amount of appearances for Manchester United. You don't win that amount of trophies to the top four. And Gary Neville is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So hot topic that, baby.
You're a brave man, Keith, as well as a Liverpool man like myself, to be coming on here throwing shade at anything to do with right back. Just saying. We are in no position right now to be discussing right backs.
Imagine I told you 6 months ago. You're going to be worse defensive where before he left. What would you have said? You'd have said, no way, no how.
I don't know. I just
Carnage.
We will be talking about it anyway. Big up, Rob, me Niall. I'm excited for Tuesday. So am I, because I think I might be podcasting, thank God. So I won't have to watch it. Like last night, I didn't have to watch it because I was talking to you guys all about pro wrestling, and it was a great evening, I have to say. Much better well spent. Baz is in. Big up, my brother from another mother. Hope you're good. And Joanna's in. Hello, boys. Good stuff.
It's our pal, Joanne. John hit me up, but I was on holidays now. Great girl.
Gary looks like a Manchester chav who would sell me workman's glue at Piccadilly Gardens. Jesus, they just roll off the lips for this guy, don't they? That's why they call him Roll Me. You know, that's why they call him Roll Me. There we go. Right, give us your thoughts. Gary Neville, Hall of Fame. I don't think there could be much kickback in relation to this. This whole Hall of Fame thing, though, they're going to take a while to get everyone in here eventually, aren't they? It's a slow burn, isn't it?
What is it? Or what are we doing, 2 a year?
I think they've upped it a little bit, have they? Are they kind of doing a little bit
not
more
just
than
Neville and Hazard?
Yeah.
I thought it was Neville and Hazard for Hazard. And then the Premier League, it was on their socials, and they said, listen, sit show you a video, and there was a little compilation video, a little vignette, so to speak. How you, Bren? And it was some of Hazard's best moments. Guys talking about him: Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, John Terry, Gerald Hazard. What a footballer! What unbelievable footballer! Have to simply, definitely, and I'm not sure our Chelsea friend will agree with me. The best player to ever pull on a Chelsea jersey, Eden Hazard.
Yeah, Joanne, what the hell is happening to Liverpool and Man United are doing well? Yeah, I don't know. It's like we've swapped, isn't it? It's like we've swapped.
Isn't there almost a little, you know, that when we had highs for that, you know, naughties and stuff like that, Liverpool were languishing a little bit. Yeah, there was times when we're going to go head to head, but it never really materialized. And then over the last few years, it's been Liverpool and silver and like that. We still haven't, like, when are we going to end up both 90 points each going into the last? Do you know what I mean? That's what we all want. Because don't forget, you can support any club you want, but the two biggest clubs in England are Manchester United and Liverpool. So if you're a City fan, if you're an Arsenal fan, if you're a ham and egger that supports anybody else, you don't mean that. Because the two top dogs in this business are Man United, and that is it at the end of the day. Doesn't matter what money you bring into the least boil down to Man United and Liverpool.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know what is happening. Joanne back in again. Hello, Warren and my lovelies. Phil's in. Phil, I hope you're here to wish me congratulations here now. You being a Shells man and all. I hope you're rocking up. Hope you're going to do me the honour like I did last season when I gave Shells all their plaudits and stuff like that. So I hope I'm here for it. Light up the chat if you want. And who else? Breezy's back in. Romy, when Gary collects his award, make sure he has a step ladder to shake the fella's hand. Him on the trophy, whoever awards on the trophy. Keith's back in. I have to get my digs in to cheer myself up, pal. Yeah, but if you're throwing digs, those digs have to land. There's no point in throwing for air shots and stuff like that. That ain't good at the moment. We are in no position at the moment to be throwing shots about anything.
No.
Phil is in as well. And Phil says, "Hi Dazzler, I hope you had a nice holiday. Did you bring me back a stick of rock?"
Few grains. That's what you bring back from Dubai. Grains of sand. That's how it works. It's magic sand. You sprinkle it in your back once, you'll have a little oasis. Is it your headphones?
I don't know, but it's just your audio's just breaking up coming through to me, you know. So I don't know what it is. So.
Ask the wonderful people in the hear me, or am I struggling? Are you struggling? I'm struggling to hear me. Let's be honest now, but listen.
Yeah. No,
I'm a bit gravelly.
It could also be the Wi-Fi tonight because it's been a massive storm here the last couple of hours. So
it's been great. I was talking to a pal of mine earlier, and I said to him, Ireland All Blacks game this Saturday. He's a big rugby fan, you know, and he's a pilot. And I got home where I said, "Are you working? What's the story?" He said, "I just spent two days in the simulator in Gatwick every 6 months." He said, "And I'm just waiting on me fly home to Ireland." I went, "That's not going to be comfortable, is it?" He said, "No, I wouldn't have thought so." He said, "It's just," he said, "so it'll land in Gatwick and then they'll turn it around and bring me home." And I was like, I'm getting way better on the L planes. I have to say, it's liberating almost. But of course, Simon earlier when he told me he was getting on the flight at 6:30 and me windows were rattling. Oh God, no! I've no interest in that, to tell you.
Yeah, we just had a dog owner who collected a dog as well, and he landed at 6:30, and he said it was all right now, fairness, but here it was like El Nino. It was insane, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I get that point, Brent, kind of like the WWE Hall of Fame where you kind of run out of people and stuff like that. But like, there's so many names that win that Premier League Hall of Fame, and it's just like it feels like they're going to take forever to get there. If you think about it, like if you think, how long is Gary retired now? Did Gary retire after that last league win, or when did he retire?
Just before, I think. So yeah, probably talking 12 years.
That's 12 years ago, and now he's going in. So you think about all the players who have staked a claim to the Hall of Fame in the last 12 years.
And what about all the 15 years ago who still haven't hit?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, love it, Phil. Good man. That's what I like to hear.
100%.
Joanne, it's very refreshing to see the league like it is, with other teams up the top at the moment. Yeah. That's all right, Joanne. To say that when your team's sitting on top.
Joanne, this is opportunity for Arsenal. This is the chance. This is that Brooke Shields' model is at the end. She's taking her bra off at the back, and she's giving you the eyes. And if you fail this time, you'll end up virgin forever. This is Arsenal's opportunity, the league title. Now, I have to tell you, I think at the minute they are, and I know we've heard pundits talk about, they're not scoring enough goals, and they're not. Listen, lads, it's about one thing. It's about getting 3 points at the end of the day. Nobody ever cares points, provided you get them. Yeah, we have highs when we nick games late on, and you get stuff like that. But if Arsenal go on and lift this title, he's going to say, Johnny scored, cares? Nobody cares. If Arsenal go and win that league title, it's going to be pinned in it. I don't see anybody touching Arsenal this season. I think we spoke about it offensively. They're unbelievable. He's gone with the three, with the 4 cent Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiori. He's got Lewis Skelly, White. He's got Hincapié. He's got Mosquera as the understudies. These guys, he has them as the second choice, lads, right? He's got the midfield sorted out. He's got wingers. He's got Gyökeres, shocker point defenders, and will score goals as well. I don't think the only thing that's going to get in Arsenal's way this season is Arsenal themselves.
Yeah, the boys are saying, Darren, you're breaking up, so I don't know whether it's something at your end. So, and they're saying, Daz, are you on McDonald's Wi-Fi there, or what's the story? What goes around comes around. Baz, no need for that now, Baz. No need for that. Easy, Tiger. What goes around comes around. I've been quite the gentleman through this period at Man United. Hopefully, Bray get promoted. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. All in on that. Warren, big up, Warren, my man. How are you? Hi, lads. Hope you are well, and I hope you had a great holiday, Dazzler. There we go. Absolutely.
Sure did, Warren. Thanks, pal. Sorry, just on McDonald's there. Just think you might have to disconnect and reconnect. The audio's in and out. I can give it a try. Just on McDonald's menu, yeah.
The which?
The new world. McDonald's have brought this new world menu to Ireland, and you get these little pockets of the world. Well, Rosanna was earlier with the kids, and she was on the way back, and said, "I'm just going to grab the kids." And of course, I said, "Yeah, what flavour have you got?" McDonald's having salted caramel and pretzel McFlurry. Dear God.
Those were the good
Get
old
out the
days.
door and get one quick.
We need to go out and come back in.
Me or you or both?
Your audio is just drifting in and out constantly.
Give me a try. Give me a sec. Hang on.
Yeah, go on for a way. I'll keep on going through the comments. Joanne, I wasn't on about Arsenal, just the other teams. Yeah, absolutely. I was more a Jane Fonda fella, Daz, not Brookie. Nice. Yeah, Daz, the connection isn't great. And we have Fraud Tedder will fuck up as normal. He certainly will not. He's absolutely on it at the moment. There is not a chance in hell. Yeah, will we see? Can we bring him in again?
Any better?
Doesn't sound again like you're on the headset. Sounds like you're on the echo. It's definitely not on.
Everything is as hunky dory.
You're talking like you're talking like you're at the back of the room.
No.
So you're definitely not on the headset. 100%. Because when the headset kicks in, I get a whole. It must be something to do. Try the cable or something like that. Or
I just did.
Check your setting then. Check your setting in there.
Can you hear me better now without it?
I can hear you, but it'll echo through the room. You're coming across echoey now. Now I can hear you perfect. So.
Any better?
Yeah, now you're plugged in.
Give it a spin. We'll see what happens.
Give a spin, see what happens. That seems much better anyway. Drifting in and out like Ismail's are at that Liverpool defence. Here. Listen, lads, easy now, easy.
Was it the easiest money you've ever made last night?
Me?
Ismail Assar and Palace to win.
I wasn't on it. I was busy podcasting.
It was the easiest money I've ever made, I can tell you.
I'd say so, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
What a record he has against you boys.
Unbelievable.
It's scary, Jesus.
Anyway,
I'd almost buy him just for that.
let's get into the Premier League preview. I've had enough of this. Right, let's kick it off. Saturday, Brighton versus Leeds.
Yeah, listen. I think this has Brighton written all over it. Brighton are a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde team this season. That's good stuff, Philip. Thanks, pal. Brighton are a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde team this season. You either get the sublime or the ridiculous with them. And I just think back at the Amex against Leeds, the likelihood is we'll see a much better version of Brighton. So I'm going to go Brighton here, and I'm going to go Brighton 3-1.
Cool. Burnley versus Arsenal.
Yeah, but I actually had Burnley to win last week away at Wolves, and they picked up a great 3-2 win. They were 2-0 up, back to 2-2, and then nicked it at the end. Scott Parker's doing a really good job at Burnley, man. It really is. Like, they spent a few quid in the summer, but they didn't throw the absolute kitchen sink at it the way, say, Sunderland did. But they're doing really, really well. Is it going to be enough for them to stay up? I'm not sure. But I do like the idea that they're competitive week to week and they're picking up some results, Now, obviously going to Arsenal coming to Turf Moor is going to make life a lot more difficult for Burnley. But we've seen against some of the bigger teams, Burnley are frustrated. They obviously frustrated United at Old Trafford and they frustrated Liverpool at Turf Moor as well. I expect to see them sit in and try and defend themselves into some sort of draw, and it'll just be whether Arsenal can break them down or not. I wouldn't be too hopeful for Burnley because I just think Arsenal have too many match winners. But I don't think it'll be a landslide, and I'm going to go Arsenal 2-0.
2-0. Yeah. Did you see the afters after the Wolves game? See the manager and all, and
yeah.
Did you see Jose Sa then outside the ground?
I didn't see Jose Sa outside the ground, no.
He was driving out and the fans were giving him welly, and he pulls up, parks the car, jumps out, goes over to the fans, starts giving it back to them large.
We've seen it before, We've seen it before with players. Like, it can get difficult. There's always going to be difficult moments of football clubs, and I suppose from a fan's point of view, fans want the best for the club, and there's an assumption that if you're a player and you're getting wedged and things aren't working, you're happy enough. But I don't necessarily think that that's right either. I don't think any player left that ground last week and was happy with losing to Burnley. But at times, you can't help certain things, Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough situation.
I know, Warren, I know you say that I wouldn't be worried about Arsenal, but like, do you not feel like that they're nearly going back to the George Graham days, that 1-0 to the Arsenal? It's very impressive what they're doing.
It's super.
Very impressive. I mean,
It's
if you're not,
absolutely super.
well, I mean, whether you like Arteta or you don't like Arteta, I mean, you're humming at the moment. I mean, you're unbelievable defensively, and even like you're winning games, even though some of the games might be 1-0 or 2-0 or whatever it is. It's so impressive to watch. You're in such control of the games. It's insane. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see anyone doing that against Arsenal this season.
No, me either, I have to say.
I mean, it really would be a shock if Arsenal don't get us over the line. I mean, a Man City and a Liverpool and a Man United would have to fix up real quick, even more than they have. And United look like they're on the road, but
listen, we're getting there, but don't forget our goal this year was top 6. That was the goal.
Yeah, but it's okay to change that based on as things develop,
It is, but you're not going into a season going, we'd like top 6, and then all of a sudden you're in a title race. We're absolutely not. We don't have the armory for a title race, and we're not even close to it. So, we're not going to throw us in the conversation. Now, Man City being what they have been over the last number of years, and you boys being the league champions and going out and spending 450 million, puts you boys way ahead of us. If Arsenal finish ahead of you two,
in theory.
Listen, it does. It puts you way ahead of us. Yeah. But if Arsenal finish ahead of you and City, will they win the league? Absolutely, they will.
Yeah. Joanne's going for a Brighton 2-0 against Leeds, and she's going for a 2-2 Burnley Arsenal. Ooh.
You think Burnley are going to score twice against Arsenal, Joanne? And no one scored in 6 games? Jesus Christ.
They've only coughed up, did I read the other day, they've only coughed up 5 big chances in the last 5 games or something like that. Like, that's insane.
It's ridiculous.
That one till George Graham is a myth, is it? I don't know about that.
It's absolutely not a myth. And I'll tell you how I know it's not a myth, because don't forget, my dad was an Arsenal fan. And I was born in 1984. So between 88 and 94, I did nothing but watch Arsenal as a kid. And they put you to sleep watching them. But every time they'd grind it out and they'd nick one. And it was always 1-0 to the Arsenal. I don't know whether Warren's a bit younger than I am. But
no. Warren's a North Bank, man.
There's definitely no way. There's definitely no myth in that, I can tell you, Warren.
No, that defence that Arsenal had that time was just sensational. For
Winterburn and Dixon as the 2 fullbacks, Adams, Keown and Bold as the centre backs, Dave Seaman in goal. Just phenomenal. Andy Linnigan. Remember Andy Linnigan got the winning goals in the against Sheffield Wednesday in the Coca-Cola Cup, as it was then, and the FA Cup after the replay and stuff. Remember it like it was yesterday, sitting on the couch watching it with my dad. And then Ian right up front.
Yeah, no, they were sensational, absolutely.
Very good.
Palace Brentford. Well, John's gone for a 3-1 Palace win.
Do you know what? I think this is probably going to be the game of the weekend. I think
not Aston Villa bashing us on Saturday night now.
No. I think it'll be. I think this is the game of the weekend, to be honest with you, because I think Palace and Brentford are playing real good football. Look at them; they're 10th and 11th in the league table. 2 managers doing really well: Keith Andrews and Oliver Glasner. Some players really balling out there as well. The boy Igor Thiago up front for Brentford doing super. Ismail Assar and then Mateta as well. He got the rest midweek as well, so he could come in hungry to feed on Saturday. I'm going to go 2-2 on this Palace-Brentford game. Palace don't usually concede too many, but I think this is going to be a game full of corners, free kicks, long throws. It's going to be end-to-end, and it's going to be goals, and I think 2-2 with the Palace.
Well, that average there, Warren, that you put in there is under 2 goals a game. It's 1.92. So and when you take the averages and you go in and you look at maybe some of the teams that maybe you bashed up 4 or 5-0. That's
you beat Coventry 5-0. Then you have a couple of 1-0s on the back of that, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't say it's BS anyway. I mean, it's well known, isn't it? And listen, That's not us throwing shade. That's me being fucking jealous.
Oh,
That's me.
Yeah, that's
I tell you one thing now.
respect central, by the way.
I'm telling you now, I would give anything now for a clean sheet right now. Forget, I take a 0-0 draw tomorrow on Saturday night. Telling you, man.
Here's a funny question for you. Excuse me. And only you can answer this. How long before Alisson is back?
He's not back until after the next international break.
So I think this is one of your problems, and I don't necessarily think the keeper has been an issue. Like, he hasn't thrown any in. You know, you're not looking at an Onana or a Bayindir, right? But I do feel that when the guys look behind them and they look for that wall, it's not there. And because it's not there, it's just they're a little more aware and they're making a couple of more mistakes and stuff like that. And I think you need to get Alisson back in as soon as possible to try and give the back four that little boost that they might need.
Yeah. I would hope that might help a little bit, but at that stage, I would fear for our current manager's life, to be honest. I can't say anything. I mean, I think Villa will be very tough on Saturday. We will talk about it. Real, I don't see us doing anything. And to be honest with you, I'd be even shocked if we're not going to get out of the Man City game here. Haaland will have a field day. So really, 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 really tough ahead at the moment. Fulham versus Wolves.
Fulham, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's got 2-1 written all over it. You know, Wolves are plucky and they're fighting. And if you look at all the games, they go 2-0 down against Burnley, get it back to 2-2, lose the game. They go 3-0 down at Chelsea. All of a sudden, it's 4-3, and there's, you know what I mean?
They're giving themselves so much to do, and they ain't got the quality to pull that off. But
this is what I'm saying. Like, if you look at the games, they get 2 against Burnley, and they get 3 against Chelsea, and get nothing now to either game. But it will show you that there's a little bit of fight there. And it will also show you that there's a little bit of quality there. And I think the biggest issue is, you know, you lose somebody like a Matheus Cunha. And we see what Cunha's been able to do for United recently, right? And if we just go back to Anfield 2 weeks ago, United were 2-0 up in the dying minutes of the game. And Cunha basically looked around to the other boys and went, give me the ball and I'll do the rest. And he was like a human battering ram for the last 10 to 15 minutes, right? Just taking tackles, winning free kicks. He was so robust. If you take that out of a Wolves team, and if Wolves go 2-1 up, they don't have anybody to kind of kill the game for them the way Cunha did, and they don't have anybody to take the pressure off, win frees higher up, give the guys a break, and because of that, it's bouncing back at them too much, you know?
It's killing me. It's killing me, all this football talk. We're talking about something else now.
What happened when you disappeared there?
The fight's knocked out of me at this stage when it comes to football at the moment, you know.
Jesus Christ, pal. What have we had? Nearly 10 years of this?
Yeah, well, I had 30 years of it. Now I feel like I've jumped in a DeLorean and went back to 1992.
I've had 10 years of this. And you've had like 6 weeks of it, and you're ready to pack it in.
6 weeks? I had 30 years of it. 30
you've
years.
You've had a decent last 5 years. How many league titles you have in the last 5 years?
2.
Give us a break, will you?
2.
Jesus, couple of league titles, been pipped off by goal difference. Probably an FA Cup or a Carabao as well. Maybe a Champions League, and you're giving up after 6 weeks. Give us a break, will you?
Now I'm watching Runcorn.
You'd be like one of them lads that leaves the stadiums early next. You want to be careful there to yourself.
That never happens. There was a lot of shade thrown at that last night. There'll be plenty of talk about that tomorrow in the Aston Villa preview. Don't worry about that. Absolute fucking disgrace emptying out that Kenny Dalglish stand. But we will talk about it. Don't worry. Forest versus Man United. Sean Dyche, plenty to say about Ruben Amorim today. I don't know if you caught his press conference. Dirty little tramp he is.
Well, I did, but did you see the part where he said that a lot of it was clickbait and taken out of context. Did you see that part?
Yeah. We know what Deutsch is like.
No. Listen, like, Deutsch was obviously a pundit when a lot of these comments were made.
Deutsch is the kind of guy that'll run you over with a bus and then reverse it back to do you a solid. Give it over, will you?
Listen, I think Deutsch will do a decent job at Forest. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. You know, I still don't love going to the City Ground now at the weekend. You know, it's never an easy place to go. But if we could get out of there with an 2-1 victory, I would be very, very happy.
Our friend might be one game away then from the haircut.
Our friend would be one game away from the haircut, which would be
you see last
big
week
for him.
One of your fans attacking him in the concourse.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, got banned as well. Got a lifetime ban from the stadium. Season ticket holder.
And what was he attacking him for?
He ran over and grabbed him by the hair and started dragging him around, saying he's just looking for views and all. That it's all bullshit and all. Had a fucking proper go off him. Like, grabbed him by the hair and swung him around.
But what if it's all for views? Like, loads of people do stuff for views. What's your man's problem?
Listen, I wasn't on his side. Don't worry about that.
There's a serious issue at times with football fans and the level of intellect that goes into them. It really is.
Imagine when you're playing well at the moment and you're starting to show signs of a bit of recovery and your fans are having a pop. You know what I mean?
Like what? Oh, Jesus.
Mad. Anyway, what do you think of Forest United? 2-1?
I'm going to go 2-1. It's brave. I think it'll be tough. City Ground isn't easy, but I'm going to go 2-1.
Spurs versus Chelsea. Both teams at the moment. A little bit of indifferent form.
Yeah, like it's obviously Chelsea lose at home last week to Sunderland, and then pick up a reasonable win with a much weaker team out on Wednesday night in the Carabao and stuff like that. So great result for them to get through to the next round. Got some lads game time. The boy Gittins got a goal and a couple of assists. Estevao got a goal and an assist. So loads of positives from the game. But like Spurs at times are real Jekyll and Hyde here. I'm looking at Spurs and I'm like, I watch them one game and I think, wow, these are going in the right direction. And then I watch them in the next game and I'm like, are we back to Ange ball like last season? It's it's strange that I don't know whether you watched Spurs and Everton last weekend, did you?
I caught bits of it all right, yeah.
I watched it on the plane home and I probably haven't seen a more one-sided game of football in quite a while.
Yeah.
And the team that absolutely one-sided it was Everton. Everton were unbelievable. And Vicario made a couple of real good saves. Mickey van de Ven got a couple of headers from set pieces. But Spurs were no threat at all for most of the game. Spent a lot of it was like a game of defence versus attack at times. And all of a sudden turned out of Goodison or out of the Hill Dickinson with a 3-0 win. And they've the first team to beat them. And I'm scratching my head going, did I just watch that? What happened there? That was, so it's real tough. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few goals in this game now.
Yeah.
A couple of goals and a couple of cards is, I think, what we'll get.
Arsenal keep Saliba warm for us, yeah, because you ain't going to want Kanate, that's for sure. I don't know, just have a feeling about Saturday Burnley match. Yeah, absolutely. Do your research, Dazzler. Warren, he's not happy with the 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Yeah, they've sang it for 30 years, Warren, because it's not true.
Well, I think their club are giving Bonnie Blue a run for her money with the amount of pumpings. We certainly are. 1 billion spent, and they are playing like a Poundland Stoke City. I don't know.
Is Warren not an Arsenal fan?
Yes, I don't think he's an Arteta fan, but he's definitely an Arsenal fan. I don't know. We spent 500 million or 490 million or whatever it is in the summer, and we're playing. Who the hell are we playing?
Does Warren know how average works?
Yeah, well, under 2, like the averages would bring it up to 2. But if you go back and you look at all the results, there's anomalies in there, the 4s and the 5s and the 3s that skew the average. But there's a lot of 1s in there. You know what I mean? I mean, it's your own fans that sing it. We're not singing it. You know what I mean? And we're certainly not throwing shade at it. I'm jealous as fuck. I'd love a clean, as I said, I'd love a clean sheet. Niall, as long as Slotty the Dutch Amberhead is your manager, you'll never keep a clean sheet. Good Lord. Trent reception on Tuesday night will be hostile reception.
Absolutely.
Only for about 20 minutes till you're about 3 or 4-0 up, and then lads are walking out again. Niall Atkinson from Anfield Rap said on Sky Sports News, slot machine deserves 3 seasons. You know, we could round out to the next international break down something like 1 win in 11. I think it is, or something like that. Managers get sacked for less. And I know that we're very patient with managers and we don't tend to pull the trigger, but good Lord, that gravel has went to Dyche's head. It definitely has. 1-1 with Wolves and Fulham, Joanne. And she's also gone for a 3-1 win to United. Darren will take that all day.
Darren would take her hand off for that.
Daz, Liverpool has had some pretty hard to bad times, and one of them was Roy Hodgson days. And it was longer than your Man United team for the last 12 years. Well, Roy Hodgson wasn't, but I mean, we had 30 years of little sprinklings, but nothing to be jumping around about, really. Tottenham 2-2 with Chelsea. Joanne's going for.
Yeah, I think you could have the nail on the head here, Joanne.
That'll be an interesting one. That fella was a bully boy. What did on your man United? Probably got bullied when he was a kid. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And in fairness, a lot of United fans jumped to stop it and heed your man off and stuff like that. It's a fair play. If I watch Spurs, I'd put my head through a wall.
In fairness, Romy, I was on the plane home from Dubai, and I had a multi-choice option for the 2 o'clock games because there was 4 of them on. And then when we got to 4:30, it was the Super Sunday, so it was just Spurs versus Everton. And I mean, when you're at 37,000 feet and they're feeding you and giving you nice little drinky pills and stuff, what else would you do when you put your feet up and watch a bit of football? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Acers is in. If Tottenham performed like last night, it would be comfortably Chelsea victory. Is there such thing as a comfortable Chelsea victory these days? That's the only thing. It never feels comfortable. I'm just taking one game at a time with Arsenal as they have a habit of throwing a lead away. Yeah, but they just look. The only thing that's going to stop Arsenal this season is probably injuries if it happens, and even that you look like you have your head wrapped around it at the moment. So I'm not too sure. Niall, get the bat signal up for Hodgie or her modern day
Hedwig from Harry Potter.
Oh, God. Right, Liverpool versus Aston Villa, another one this Saturday evening. I might do a watch along, I'll see.
Don't put yourself through it.
Sure. You know, what else would I be doing except be here for the pelters? Talk to me.
Villa are on a nice little run of form, man. This is not the game I would be looking for if I was Liverpool. Obviously, they've a good 1-0 last weekend against City.
They lost in Europe, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but I think it was the second team, wasn't it?
Don't know. Not too sure.
There was a good few changes. They've beat City 1-0. They've gone to the Tottenham Hotspur and beaten Spurs 2-1. They've won against Burnley at home 2-1. And they've beaten Fulham 3-1. So they're 4 wins on the bounce in the league. Like, there's not too many teams who are going to go 4 wins on the bounce in the league. And it just so happens you're bumping into them. I don't think it's going to be 3-0 Aston Villa. But I certainly think it's going to be a tough day at the office.
It is a tough day at the office.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
And I know my answer to this question. Right now, with the way things are going.
Yeah.
Would you take a 1-1 draw and move on?
Do you know what? I looked at the game last night. I'll answer that now in a second. I looked at the game last night and I was quite impressed at 40 minutes it was 0-0. that's telling you where my level is at the moment in terms of my expectation. I was thinking, geez, this lads are doing a number here. It's 40 minutes in, it's 0-0, and then of course 41 minutes, then he scores. So there you go, and then 45.
Who was the shining light for you last night?
Calvin Ramsey did all right. I thought Woodman did okay. Again, I thought senior players kind of let us down a little bit. I didn't watch the game. I only really watched the highlights. It was podcasted, but
I didn't see the whole game, but I did see some of the highlights. And again, I thought the boy Rio just lit the place up at times.
Yeah.
You know, for such a young talent. Now, listen, you probably don't want to be in a situation where you're going into a game and he's one of your senior players. That's a recipe for disaster. But listen, we'll see.
Is it forgivable what he did last night?
What do you mean?
In terms of the team that he put out and in terms of the bench that he presented?
I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. And we obviously spoke before kickoff and I was like, what am I seeing here? Like, this is just... Especially when it's somebody like a Palace who you know are 9 times out of 10 going to be at it. Even with changes, they're going to be at it. They're going to make you work for everything, every scrap, very physical, right? They've beaten you twice already this season in the Community Shield and then in the league. And you're kind of thinking this is an opportunity for Slot to go out and make a statement and put a strong team out and put Palace to the sword, get over the line, get in the next round, raise confidence, raise the confidence levels and stuff like that. And I just think when I seen the team, I went, oh no. I was like, oh God, no, this is...
Well, I messaged you before the podcast last night to let you know my thoughts on it. So
Yeah. And the bench was just... Because a lot of teams make changes but load the bench. Like if you saw the Arsenal bench last night, right? It had a lot of big boys on it that if things got tight near the end, he can give them 15 or 20 minutes to drag them over the line, which has been what most teams have done in the Carabao over the last few years. And last night, when you look at the bench, and I have to say, like, if the result wasn't bad enough in isolation, I think the press conference after the game was just, I thought that was really poor. You have a guy sitting there talking about Man City. And he's going, you know, Man City made 11 changes, but I looked at their team and it looked like their first team. And he said, I looked at our team and it didn't look like that. And you're going, pal, your club spent 450 million in the summer. What are you complaining about? Honest to God. What are you complaining about?
I think at the moment, I think he looks lost. And I think he's doing certain things at the moment that would lead you to believe that he kind of wants to check out. That's what I think we're seeing at the moment. When you start seeing he takes absolutely no responsibility himself. Absolutely no responsibility. And he spends most of his press conferences talking about everyone else in the fucking league instead of what we're doing about it. And it's really unacceptable. If you go and you look at the benches for Man City last night and for Arsenal and all these other teams, top 4, top 5 teams or whatever, they all had solid benches. So they had to call upon. We had absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We literally put absolutely nothing on the pitch in the first place. And then absolutely nothing to call upon. It's unforgivable. He did the same thing last year in the FA Cup with Plymouth and paid the price for it, which means he hasn't fucking learned a jot at this stage. And we all know, and I've said it a million times, people talking about Federico Chiesa. I made the point. Federico Chiesa was the Standard Chartered Player of the Month for September for Liverpool. That means that at least 8 to 10 other players for Liverpool in September should look at a fucking hard, long look in the fucking mirror.
Fell off a cliff.
Yeah, and you look, and absolutely. I turned around and I said it. Federico Chiesa for 20 minutes at the end of the match is not Federico Chiesa for 90 minutes in a match, and was proven again last night. Absolutely shocking. And that's the way it is. And it's just, the thing about it is at the moment now, he's tried everything. He's dropped this player, he's dropped that player, he's dropped this, he's dropped that, he's tried this, he's tried that. And he can't find a formula at the moment that works. And to be honest with you, I just think he's lost. I think he's lost. I don't think he knows where to turn. And I think a lot of pressure has come now where he's been given the tools to do a certain job. And I think now, because he has a squad, I don't think he knows how to manage that squad or present that squad onto a pitch to the best of its ability. Too many players playing in wrong positions or not playing in positions that suits the best of their abilities. And I just think there's a lot going on there at the moment that isn't right. And to be honest with you, even the first 5 games could have went a different way and stuff like that and all. So this is not new. You've seen the last 6-7 games of last season. I mean, we literally have been off the boil since that Spurs game. And I'd like to make the point again. The team that played against Brentford, only 4 players who played against Brentford, I think, are 4 players. I think it was Brentford or United. 4 players who played against United were the only players remaining from that team that beat Spurs last season to win the league. That's damning. So there you go.
For what reason? Now, obviously, like, if you think the back 4, right, you go Robertson, still there, Konate, Van Dijk, Trent's obviously left the building. You got McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch all still there. You got Alisson still there. That's 7. You got Gakpo, Salah. That's 9. Like, so for there to be only 4 of them, yes, there is some injuries, but also I think, and I spoke about this all summer long when you were throwing the money at teams and picking up players and stuff. Like, I don't believe Liverpool bought a bad player, if I'm honest. I don't believe you bought a bad player. However, I absolutely would question the players you bought for the system you play. I think that's where Liverpool, made their biggest mistakes in the summer for me. Because in isolation, the boy Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz, Isak, Ikatike, they're all really, really good footballers. But I think there was a huge influx of them at the one time, and I think you bought a lot of pieces that maybe don't fit into your puzzle, and that's where we talk about the balance of the whole team being affected.
Well, the issue is he's trying to create a new puzzle, and the problem is with the new puzzle, that's a problem as well.
I couldn't see at the start of the season how it was going to work. I asked this numerous times, and I kept saying, "Who are you taking out? Who's not getting game time?" And you were like, "Well, I think it's going to be Dom," and I'm like, "Well, as an opposition fan, I do not want to see Dominic Szoboszlai's name on the team sheet for Liverpool because of the shift he will put in game to game, week to week." So the fact that you thought this is what they're going to take out of it, I was like, they're going to take him out? Well, that for me is a huge plus. I'm going to get a massive kick out of that now if it's happened. He's probably played more minutes than anybody so far this season, but he's played them across a number of different positions.
Exactly.
I think the right back thing has been massive. I think it's 25% of your back 4, right? And if you had everything else lined up the way it was, great. But I think with the right back thing, something's got to give. He's going to have to make a decision and nail it down. Now, if it's Bradley, he's got to go with Bradley week to week. If it's Frimpong, he's got to go with Frimpong week to week. But the chopping and changing and pushing Szoboszlai in and creating an extra space in the midfield for Wirtz, who hasn't worked for, and then, obviously McAllister's just fallen off a cliff. You're like, what am I watching here?
Look, the likelihood of what's going to happen here, this is probably how it's going to play out, and I'd be shocked if it played out any other way. We're probably going to lose to Villa, we're probably going to lose to Real, and we're probably going to lose to Man City at the Etihad. And then he's probably going to be sacked. The change is going to be made in the international break, and it's just going to happen. We can't let this go on and on and on, because the likelihood is we're very quickly going to find ourselves even out of a top 4 race if we're not careful.
Do you not, after giving him so much money to spend, have to give him a little bit more time to get things right?
I'd see, the thing about it is, with Edwards and Hughes there, I'm not sure whether he was the guy necessarily making those decisions as well and stuff. And I'm not saying he didn't want those players, and I'm not saying they're not his players either. But what I'm saying is, Michael Edwards went in there and Richard Hughes went in there, and I'd say they had a huge part to play in that as well. And I think everyone at the moment is talking about this is Slott's team and these are Slott's players and all this kind of thing. And last year he had Klopp's team and Klopp's squad and all this kind of thing. And yeah, there's something about that as well. But Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes have had a huge part to play in this. But again, the manager is doing himself no favours because formation, tactics, everything else, he's not setting up to get the best out of the players that he's being given. Kerkez, one of the best left backs in the league last season, now looks a shambles. Frimpong, we know how good Frimpong has been. These are not bad players.
There you go. So if somebody says to me, I want you to go in and look after Liverpool at the weekend, right? I want you to set them up using what they have, right? And I want you to set them up to go and try and pick up a win against Villa. I tear up the blueprint completely for what's been going on at the minute. Like, I tear up completely. I go 3 at the back. I stick Gravenberch in front of Van Dijk and Kanate. I go with Frimpong and Kerkez as the wing backs. I get Dominic in with the engine with McAllister, and I play Salah and Gakpo behind Ekitike. And I play with the 2 10s that can go inside or outside. And I go with me Ekitike bringing the energy up front. And I take out Isak and I take out Wirtz for now. And I get that team playing, right? And then when they start picking up results, I can start moving pieces around in the puzzle. But I'm not sure playing the same system with the players that he has at his disposal at the minute, is he going to have enough in it to change it around? I don't think he will.
Hasn't worked. And like, you can see this, I can see this. We can both see that you're not getting the best out. Well, Frimpong is out anyway. He has the hammy, doesn't he? But regardless of that, like, you play Frimpong and Kerkez in a flat back 4, you're not putting those guys on the pitch to flourish and be positive. It's just not going to work. And that's the problem.
And you didn't really buy them as fullbacks. You bought them because of the jobs they did at Bournemouth and at Leverkusen, and a huge amount of what they did was in that end of the pitch, not this end of the pitch. Do you know? 100%. So, I don't know. Strange.
100%. Listen, I'm looking at it, and I don't claim to be anything more than a Liverpool fan and a football fan, but it's fairly evident that what he's doing there at the moment, he's putting teams out at times where he doesn't even have. He's not putting a recognised 6 on the pitch at all to protect the back line or nothing. He's playing with 2 8s at times that are nearly progressing. Nearly at times we're nearly playing with 3 10s. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what he's doing. Crazy, crazy stuff, like, you know what I mean? And like, for a guy who's a Dutch coach, you know what I mean? Tactically, he should be more aware than that. You know what I mean? He's going around now like a slapped arse, and like, he just, you know what I mean? It's getting really frustrating at this stage.
Did you
to be sitting there, but to be
read the one previously.
That's deep down his loving this Liverpool downfall. He's acting as top notch like Daniel Day-Lewis. 100%. Listen, I'm here for it. I don't go hiding. I'm here for it. I show win, lose or draw. I do the shows win, lose or draw. You know, man, I love my club, but this is torture. This is absolute torture. This is oh my god. I don't think the opening sequence, the cliffhanger with Stallone, had a bigger drop than what's going on here, to be honest. You know what I mean? We were absolutely shocking. Frimpong out for 6 weeks, yeah, absolutely.
Is he? Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Niall, I'm doing well on Football Manager 26. Give me the job and I'll promote. Listen, just do a screenshot of it, will you, and send it to Slot and see what he thinks. Tag him on Twitter or whatever it is. Right, let's get into what did you go, Liverpool, Aston Villa?
I'll go 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Do you know, that might nearly make me fucking smile.
I think it would. I think it's about stopping the rot before you go and have a win. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just sitting here and I just know what's going to happen Saturday. I'm going to be sitting here Saturday and I'm going to be looking at Matty Cash and John McGinn.
The best thing I saw all day was a Liverpool fan, and he had something up on Facebook. I'll give him a shout out. He's like, called Donald, and Donald had something up on Facebook, and he went, "Holy shit, how bad must Frankfurt have been?"
And listen, we knew going in. 3-5-1s. 3-5-1s they had in the last 3 games. Insane.
Gold.
And then we find a formula that works, and we scored a few goals, and we look rather decent, even though it's a poor Frankfurt side and all. But you get a little bit of confidence. Then you arrive in there to play Brentford or whatever it is, and you go, nah, didn't like that. Let's change again and go back to the shit that hasn't been working. Oh, man. I
tear up the playbook.
Sack the bastard now. Fuck it. Let's go all in.
So, listen, this is the £64 million question. If you don't beat Villa, and if Real do a job on you, and if City manage to roll you over and tickle you, and the board say you're fired, best of luck with your future endeavours, who are you giving the job to? There's 2 standout candidates in the league, and then outside of that, you're looking further afield. In the league, you've obviously got Oliver Glasner, and you've got Andoni Iraola. I think outside of the 2 boys, there's not many options within the league. So that then means you're going further east, shall we say, to find something. So what's on the menu? What are you looking for?
I don't know. I can't figure out what's going on inside or outside the club. I don't have an option for you.
Are you taking Big Ange till the end of the season?
Not a chance.
No?
Not a fucking chance. I wouldn't let Big Ange park cars in the car park at Anfield.
Would you really not?
No, absolutely not. I know you have a fondness for him and stuff like that, but you're asking me to take Big Ange because you fucking know what's going to happen if we get Big Ange.
I don't. No, I don't. I think Big Ange would cause absolute chaos, and I think it'd play into your hands.
He caused absolute chaos, all right, at a board level. Stop. It's not happening. Forget it. Don't even go there, you know. Give me Gerrard till the end of the season. I'd have Gerrard in before Ange till the end of the season. Hopefully that's what you turn that Rangers.
You absolutely do not want Steven Gerrard at the end of the season, do you?
I'd rather him than Big Ange. I don't want Ange anywhere near.
Oh my God. Would you really take Steven Gerrard from now to the end of the season? That's as bad as a United fan turn around and saying,
well, if it gets
I'd have Solskjaer between now and the end of the season.
There was talk of that 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Stop. I wasn't talking my gaff, was there?
Your gaff, but there was talk of 5 weeks ago.
No, there wasn't talk. Yeah, but listen. Stop listening to them lads online. They don't
put the contract on the table, give them the pen, all this kind of thing. Yeah.
Are you taking Gerrard between now and the end of the season?
If we go 1 win in 11 or 12, is Gerrard going to be that bad? Would he be that bad?
Can't. But are you at Gerrard, or are you? Hang on, I have a better one.
Imagine Ange's high line would kill Van Dijk.
How much would you pay to see Brendan Rodgers and his assistant Steven Gerrard take Liverpool back to the top? Celtic and Rangers all wrapped up it. What do you think? Am I selling it to you?
No, because I would say the last conversation that Brendan Rodgers and Steven Gerrard had, wouldn't imagine that they're on each other's Christmas card list, just saying.
You wouldn't know.
It was Rodgers who threatened to sit him down and said, you know, kid, this season coming, I'm going to be sitting you down. And that's when Stevie said, thanks. Where's LA Galaxy, was it? See ya. That ain't happening. Russell fucking Martin. Give over, you lads, now. Give over, will you? Russell fucking Martin.
I was gonna throw someone's.
I'd have Russell Brand in before I'd have Russell Martin. What are you talking about?
Gonna throw someone's name in, right? I was gonna throw someone's name in, and I absolutely know you're gonna think I'm taking the piss, and I can hand on heart tell you I am not taking the piss. Tipped for the Celtic job at the minute, done a real good job in Israel and in Hungary, possibly looking like he might get the Ireland job. Robbie Keane, big Liverpool fan, doing a good job in Hungary with Ferencváros.
Sorry, Did you bang your head today or something? Did you swallow a tennis ball off a serve or something here? What's going on here? What the fuck is going on? This is Liverpool Football Club we're talking about here. This is eating at the top table in European football now. And you want to put
But who else are
Robbie
you getting?
Keane in charge. Doesn't matter. What do you mean who else we get? The Liverpool job is a coveted job. It's not some scrub job.
Who are you getting, though?
I don't know who I'm getting. We might have to go into some club and prize some hero out that can save us or something like that. But you've just suggested Ange and Robbie Keane and a combination of Brendan Rodgers and Steven Gerrard.
Only because they're available between now and the end of the season. I'm not suggesting long term. I'm just saying to steady the ship, to give you a bit more time, to have a look what the options are, see if somebody decides to step out of a building
wouldn't let any
in
of
the
them
summer.
serve me curry sauce at me chips at the counter at Anfield. Give it a rest, will
Jesus
you?
Christ.
Give it a rest.
Ooh.
Stop, will you? Stop. I know we might want to reset it and bring it back a bit to steady the ship, but I don't want to bring it all the way back to 1993. Fuck's sake, man. Come on.
Roy Evans.
And Raoul, you need to fix up in the chat as well because it's an absolute disaster. Also, is the club brews manager's quality. Do you know who would be very interesting? I said it last night and I got laughed at. That lad who's doing a fabulous job at Bodo Glimt.
Kjetil Knutsen is his name.
Yeah.
And he's done a fabulous job at Bodo Glimt for about 3 or 4 years now. And I mention him every time a job in the Premier League comes up because eventually this guy is going to take a job and he's going to smash it out of the ballpark. Could it be Liverpool?
Yeah, Robbie Keane, I would rather Liverpool's tea lady, for fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ, lads. Robbie's a good lad, you know.
Listen, being a good lad is different. Listen, we better go back to these matches because this is insane. This feeling like a Shankly Sessions. This is like a therapy session or something, which are driving me wild, lads. Just driving me wild. Robbie Keane, Brendan Rodgers, Gerrard combo, and Ange fucking Postecoglou. Listen, lads, I'll stick with Slot. We'll see it out. Fuck that, like. I nearly promote Van Bronckhorst at this stage, and I can't even stand him.
Does that become a possibility?
No, please stop. He can bring all his Dutch friends with him when he leaves.
Does it not become a possibility that if Slot leaves, Van Bronckhorst steps up?
Maybe to take control after the City game. Listen, they're going to have to make a change at the international break if he doesn't fix up. Listen, the Aston Villa game will tell the tale because if he goes out with the same stupid formation and playing players out of that position, and Dominic Szoboszlai won't even go near Marmadashvili because he's scared he might fuck a set of goalie gloves on him and put him on the line. So listen, this is what's happening at the moment. It's insane. What's he working on all week? Oh, don't get me fired up. I'm like a lunatic here. When you say me this Villa, I won't even have field in me tomorrow morning. I'll be hangry as well doing that Villa preview. Tune in for a
God.
Tune in. It'll be up around 11ish or so. West Ham, United versus United. West Ham versus Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Couldn't care. Pair of scrubs. Couldn't care.
Newcastle 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Top of the table clash in
Man City versus Bournemouth.
Yeah, top of the table clash. Bournemouth just pouring. Absolutely pouring. Andoni Iraola lost a couple of big players in the summer. Really lost a couple of big players. The boy Milos Kerkez, Dean Huyson, Ilya Zabarny, all went, you're talking Real Madrid, Liverpool and PSG bought 3 of their back line and they are second in the league table. Like, it's just unbelievable. It really is.
Look at this fraud. Sammy. Now, Romy, you've been going through the podcast, so you've seen the pictures with us and Sammy Lee and all. Come on.
I don't imagine Bournemouth get out now Sunday. Excuse me. I don't imagine. I think City at the Etihad will just do enough. But I think it'll be a good game, and I'm living week to week to see what the boy Antoine Semenyo does because he's just balling out. He's had a quiet week or two, but just...
That could be a done deal January for us. Go in there and get Iraola and Semenyo. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Oh, I gotta say, I love the idea of Iraola if I'm a Liverpool fan. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Listen, any change we'd love it. Moment. There's nothing to love.
No, but I mean, like he plays the system you want to play. He just plays it really fucking well.
Yeah.
Do you know? And he plays it with players that you wouldn't necessarily say he'd get into my team. He'd get into my team. He'd get, you know. So with quality, he could be a phenomenal show, and it might be clever because, you know, he has been linked with some big jobs in Spain as well. Some big jobs. So it might be get him soon before he's gone.
Yeah, we don't want him to leave the league either. We do like him. We're fans of him.
We sure do.
Monday night, Sunderland versus Everton. Sunderland till I die, flying high.
Absolutely. Like United fans hate Sunderland because of the final day of the season a couple of years ago.
Fuck's sake.
What's he gone to? Go on, click it.
He's gone to fucking Eddie Howe now, for fuck's sake. Fuck off.
Well, listen, we know Eddie Howe would be a phenomenal show for the job. However, I don't think, and with no disrespect to Eddie Howe, I don't think, you know, Liverpool would view Eddie Howe as a big enough name to project them where they want to be. You know, the guys we mentioned earlier, the smaller names, would be stopgap measures, you know. But I think if they're gonna go and sign somebody and make it a long-term sort of a thing, I don't think Eddie Howe would touch the sides for them, so to speak, you know.
Eddie Howe come in and hug it out like Kane and Daniel Bryan. Fuck's sake. I think I'll start doing fucking wrestling podcasts all week. Will I? Fuck this. Sunderland, Everton, what were you saying?
Yeah, Sunderland. United fans don't have a lot of time for Sunderland, but I do. I like Sunderland. I really like them. I think they're plucky. I like that. I love that fan base. I just love the passion. I generally love the three clubs up that neck of the woods. You know, Middlesbrough, Newcastle, Sunderland. I think it's that, you know, great working class areas, great fans, huge passion, shit weather, but I think really, really good support for the clubs and loyalty and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, I think, listen, Jordan Pickford going back to Sunderland could be a tough night for him. Sunderland have been very, very good lately. Very, very good. Quite a few players there making big names for themselves from the back forward. The goalkeeper, Robin Roof's having a great season. Siddiqui, Wilson Isidore, Granit Xhaka, the boy Mukiel, like Alderate. So many of them there playing. Enzo Lafie, so many of them playing really, really well. I hope they can keep it going. And I think they might be able to get something out on Monday night. And I'm going to go Sunderland and Everton 1-1.
1-1. Right. Let's get into this. Neither of us will probably want to talk about
I didn't see the draw.
Well, there's your draw. There you go. Give us your thoughts.
Right. Well, City, obviously, to beat Brentford.
I'm looking at the draw here and I'm thinking, thank fuck Palace bet us.
Yeah, City to beat Brentford. Newcastle to beat Fulham. Chelsea to beat Cardiff. And toss of a coin, but I'd be erring on the side of Arsenal in the first one. So, like, you could end up with Arsenal, Chelsea, City, and Newcastle in the semi-finals, and that'd be huge for the Carabao to have four big teams like that, you know.
Peter Reid derby. Remember Peter at Sunderland?
Well, do we get to see Newcastle defend their trophy after waiting so long for one? Like buses two come along, one after each other. Is that what we're looking at?
There's a lot of quality in there for them to get to the final.
I'd pay to see that.
Repeat?
I'd pay to see that. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Fuck that. They aggravate me now at this stage, so no chance.
They aggravate me. Yeah, but everything's aggravating you at this stage.
Fucking one trophy in fucking 60 years, and geez, they think they've rewrote football history. Get the fuck out of here. Having none of it. They'll fuck themselves. Used to like those Geordie fans. Used to be a big fan of Newcastle. Fuck Howe and the rest of them now. They're all done. But look,
gold.
Kept my boy hostage, and now he can't even fucking tie his boots at this stage. So who are you picking? You're picking Newcastle to go back to back?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm absolutely not.
Right. That's what I want to hear.
I think it really depends on the draw. But I do think for this round, I'm going Arsenal, Chelsea, City and Newcastle. And I'll see you in the semi-finals.
Yeah. Cool. And one more slide I have to bring up, of course. Get your thoughts on this. Absolutely mayhem at the moment. Up in Dundalk at the moment. We heard John Temple's interview earlier today, the follow-up and stuff like that. Absolutely going ballistic at the moment. Kieran Kilduff has resigned. Lots of problems there with Dundalk in terms of the licensing, in terms of the pitch, in terms of the floodlights, in terms of owners or shareholders wanting John Temple out. Fans up in uproar at the moment. Absolutely foreign compared to the scenes we seen a few weeks ago in Oriel Park when they got promoted. Great celebrations up there that night, but it's all a lot coming out now at the moment about stuff going on in the background and stuff like that and all, and no plan and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, Dundalk, we waxed lyrical about them all season, how good they were in Division 1. Got promoted, did a real great job in there. Kieran Kilduff was probably one of the managers of the season with what he had to work with and getting them back up promoted straight away. You would have never thought about that 12 months ago when they nearly went out of existence. But yeah, we will see what happens and what unfolds here. But Kieran Kilduff resigning is a hammer blow. He was doing a fabulous job there.
We used to play in a five-a-side league up in Astro Park, and I got a call to say, big man, we're going to play in a league. It's a cut. You have to put a few quid in ahead, you know. Oh, Jesus. He said, big man, we're going to put a few quid in. It's a cash league. And, you know, we're looking to take the big prize at the end of it. It's 10 grand or whatever it is. Yeah, no problem. So I signed up to play in goal. And when I signed up to play, the team I played in basically had 2 players that weren't League of Ireland, me and another lad. And all the rest of the players were League of Ireland players. So we play up in Astro Park on a Tuesday night. Now, it was getting to the stage of ridiculous at some stages because it was me, there was Derek Pender, who played for Bowes, who's now the Bowes sporting director. It was Keith Ward, it was Ronan Finn, Shamrock Rovers and Dundalk. It was Shawnee Williams, who was Sporting Fingal and on the way to MK Dons. And week to week, if somebody couldn't play, they'd rope someone else in. And Kieran played a couple of games for us, you know. I think we beat the Polish Mechanics 54-0 or something one Tuesday night, and I maybe touched the ball twice. Isn't it five-a-side? You know. And really good guy, really good footballer. So, to see Liverpool have
because I'm ready to fucking check out at this stage. I'm ready to check out this. I'm getting pelters here. Pelters. Fucking hell. I was never like really this, was I, when we were at our peak? When we were in our drive, last season I wasn't like this. I was very level-headed, I thought, as a Liverpool fan. I wasn't throwing this kind of shit.
Were you?
No, I don't think so, was I? I don't think I was that Liverpool fan, was I?
Do you know what? I think you're one of those lads that goes into the Jackson, comes out and thinks your shit doesn't smell sometimes, but it does. But, you know. Listen. You're always fair with me.
Lads, if you can send in CVs, we're looking for a new co-host for the Thursday show. I'm not having this 4 weeks of hell and I'm getting absolute pelters. I hope you'll all join me.
I haven't been bad, have we?
The odd time you throw a little spanner in there, but no, you haven't been doing too bad.
You know? I don't need to, man. I know this goes full circle.
Absolutely.
You know, so
100%.
Do you know what I mean? But desperate to see Kieran obviously leave the job after doing such a good job and stuff like that, you know?
I do. I'm doing
Where are you off to? You heading away?
I haven't booked that yet, but I could absolutely book something.
Might need it at this stage of the game.
I won't be booking a fucking trip to a parade anyway. That's for fucking sure by the looks of things. But how and ever. Yeah, and as we mentioned at the top of the show as well, Shamrock Rovers, of course, champions, finally got it over the line. They should have been threatening for a few weeks now and should have got it done, but got it done there yesterday evening, I think it was. So fantastic for Shamrock Rovers to get that out of the way. And hats off to Stephen Bradley as well. We know the background story there and everything that was going on with the kid and everything else. And even there last Sunday, he ran the Dublin City Marathon and then got the helicopter up to the Brandywell. You know what I mean? And he was running it for a great cause as well, and he was determined to do it. So fair play to him and stuff like that. So delighted for everyone involved.
He's definitely one of the good guys in Irish football, Stephen Bradley.
Look at this. Would slide right into your seat. Jesus, I thought you and him were mates. I thought you were buddies. Just put the knife right into it. He just turned around, grabbed you by the bottom of the spinal column there and pulled it out like the Predator. Jesus. Holy God. No, I'll go to North Korea and not went in there for a week. It'll be heaven. They'd miss me. So I heard.
They tell you in North Korea that you've won the league for 20 years on the trot. You'd be grand. Woo! Celebrate.
I put myself out on loan for the rest of the season to a team. We start following Coventry or something.
Arsenal TV.
Coventry or something, you know. Go over there and say.
You definitely don't want to support a team managed by Fat Frank, regardless of what place they are in the league.
He's doing a very good job, in fairness.
Listen, he's doing great, but I'm not having Fat Frank. No way.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's still a shit footballer.
Jesus. Right, give us your bets.
Give you me bets. I just have the two to tickle your taste buds of a Thursday evening. It's like that little tongue twister.
It's more than enough.
You're welcome. I'll go with the one with the small odds to start with. This is the score assist. Danny Welbeck, home against Leeds. Got a good free kick at Old Trafford last weekend. Igor Thiago, Brentford versus Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park.
Super season so far.
Matheus Cunha. I think after getting off the mark last weekend, we'll start to see him flourish in the United jersey. Goal or assist. And then I'm rounding it out with my Liverpool player of the season so far, Cody Gakpo. So Welbeck, Thiago, Cunha, and Gakpo, goal or assist, 25-1. Kept it nice for you, didn't he?
Yeah, he'll probably drop Gakpo for the Villa game, and he'll probably put someone in there like Woodman or something like that, play him on the right side or left side. Or
comfortably being the best Liverpool player of the season so far. Comfortably, not even close.
You think? When Ekatike,
yeah,
I think when Ekatike has played, he's looked pretty good in fairness.
You did answer your own question though. When he's played, Gakpo's got way more minutes and he's done it more consistently.
Why has he not played? Answers on a postcard.
Because of Isak.
No, answers on a postcard, not because of Isak, because Isak's been tripe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he hasn't played because of Isak, because you spent all that money on Isak and your man doesn't have the balls to drop him.
There you go. Answers on a postcard.
You know, so can't hold that against Cody. He's doing his thing, God bless him.
Absolutely not. No, when can I get on the Liverpool manager odds? I'm all in with 20.
I'm all in.
He's 8-1. He's second favourite at the moment to be the next manager sacked at 8-1.
Is he?
Yeah, 8-1.
Who's the favourite? Wolves?
Yeah, I think so. As far as I know. Could be a tasty double.
Wow.
Both get sacked the same day.
And so I'm giving you 25s, and I'm going to round out with 45s.
Nice.
45s. Brighton and both to score home against Leeds.
Okay.
Fulham and both to score home against Wolves.
Yeah.
City and both to score home against Bournemouth. 3 wins, 6 teams to score, 45-1. I'm calling it now. This is my first Beat the Bookie winner of the season, and I will be putting money on it myself.
Confident of that City Bournemouth?
I sure am.
Playing well Bournemouth at the moment.
They are, but they're no match for Haaland. Did you see him? Did you see him in the video on the farm?
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
Gold. This is the type of stuff I want to see from him, because this adds a bit of character to the whole thing. This is what I want to see. Absolute gold. Mine are over in the drawer. They're too far away. I couldn't get that far, man. Although you can see how tired my eyes are from not wearing them. If that's
for the wrestling buddies in the chat, we could go full Dudleys if you wanted. We are back, baby.
I can be the black lad. You can be with
You could be Devon. Deacon, or what's it? What was it?
Yeah, the Deacon
Yeah, there
Devon.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Good Lord.
Oh,
There
tell me.
you go. We are back, baby. Right, so that's it. Another great show in the bag, folks. You will get an Aston Villa preview tomorrow, and it won't be pretty. That is for sure. And you won't be able to roil me up because it's going to be a recording, so I ain't dealing with you gangsters in the chat, that's for sure. Niall, last one.
Juan de Ramos. Now, do you know who you could go for, Romy? What was your man's name? Christian Gross.
Oh, God.
Remember, I have this tube ticket. He was out the door in about
Andre
Villa-Boas.
Brent's in. I'll leave it out now. There you go. There's my real co-host from the Pro Wrestling Weekly show. Brent's in the chat. Here, leave it out now. Absolutely. Cheers, pal. Right, folks, have a great weekend. Enjoy the football. I'll be back tomorrow. Aston Villa preview. And I may even do an Aston Villa watch along just to be here for the vibes.
Don't do it to yourself, man.
He's not a Dudley's fan. I forgot. Bubba can get fucked. He's not a Dudley's fan at all. Not a Dudley's fan
Why?
at all. He doesn't like Bubba Ray Dudley at all.
No.
Says he's a bully and he's not a nice human being enough. Yeah.
Aye, Bully Ray, isn't he? That's the gimmick, no?
Yeah, but it's not a gimmick, is it? Lads, that was top class. Great listening in. Great to see Darren back. See you all soon.
Thanks, Bren. Yeah. Appreciate it,
Thanks,
pal.
lads. Do it next week from a fucking confession box or something, yeah? Folks, we will be back.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
Mark.
What have you done, son? I've been a Liverpool fan for about 42 years.
Yeah. And I've had torture for about 39 of them. Listen here, what's the... I forgot to tell you about Marky. Marky was over in Blackpool at the weekend. He went into a museum, and what was on the wall? A couple of wrestling posters from Lord Stephen Regal. No doubt.
Fairly good.
Fairly good. Well. Unfortunately,
I did see he was in. Blackpool.
Unfortunately, he spent the day in Manchester today as well because he had to fly over this morning because they were in such a rush to get the plane. His daughter left her phone in the airport. Flew over this morning to get the phone. Flew back at lunchtime. There's dedication. Fair play to Marky.
Just nipped over they couldn't have posted it now.
They could have, but he maybe use as an excuse to get off work.
Possibly.
Bubba did tap up Velvet Sky. He's a winner in my book.
Absolutely.
And we are over.
Oh, yeah.
Release the pigeons. There we go. Right, folks. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy the football. Probably more than me, but we shall see. Talk to you.